It is customary to begin the study of morphology with a study of the seed, simply because the plant grows out of the seed. Beginning plant morphology with the study is merely a convention and is not to be regarded as any attempt to solve the eternal question whether the hen or the egg came first. It is found convenient to begin with a description of the seed. Let's learn. The phanerogams or spermatophytes are endowed with this peculiar but very commonly touchable vehicle of reproduction, carrying the germ of a new individual which is known as the seed. Botanically speaking, a seed is to be defined as a mature integumented megasporangium. We do not get any integumented megasporangium among the cryptogams, the highest development among which is exemplified by heterosporous plants like Selaginella and some more complex fossil forms. Among the gymnosperms, the megasporangium is usually covered by a single integument, and this is known as the ovule. This ovule is naked, that is, not enclosed in a fruit or the carpillary vessel, hence the name gymnosperm. In the angiosperms, the ovule or ovules are generally endowed with two integuments and are enclosed within a case formed by the carpel or carpels, which is known as the fruit. When these ovules become mature after fertilization and some post-fertilization changes, that is, hardening and drying up of the whole structure, it becomes the seed. It contains an embryo which passes a long or short period of dormancy and germinates when proper conditions are fulfilled. If the embryo within a seed gets killed, it fails to germinate under all conditions. Every seed plant has a seed coat which is really the two dried up integuments, the testa, the outer integument, and the tegmen, that is inner integument. The testa and the tegmen may sometimes get so much fused together that they cannot be separated. Inside the seed coat is the kernel of the seed, which contains the embryo or the rudimentary plant, which is the most important part of the seed and may or may not be accompanied by some nutritive tissue which is known as endosperm and perisperm. An important part of the embryo is the cotyledon or the seed leaf, which is a special type of leaf. Angiosperms are divided into the monocotyledons and dicotyledons according to the number of cotyledons. Polycotyledonous types are known among gymnosperms. Some angiospermic seeds do not show a proper differentiation of cotyledons, but other characteristics put them along with either monocotyledons or dicotyledons. Both dicotyledonous and monocotyledonous plants may be albuminous, that means having endosperm, and exalbuminous, that is without endosperm, according whether their presence or absence. A typical example of dicotyledonous exalbuminous seeds is found in the common pea, in Pisum sativum. On carefully opening a mature green pod along the dorsal suture, the placental tissue is seen to spread along the ventral suture, and the roundish seeds are seen arranged in row along the length of the pod. Each seed is attached to the placental tissue on the fruit suture by a stalk called funicle. The funicle is narrow at the placental end but widens into a disc where it joins the seed. When the mature seed is detached, the broad end of the funicle leaves a scar on the seed called the hilum. Next to the hilum is a pinhole opening on the seed coat, which is the micropyle. If the seed is soaked, wiped, and then squeezed, water is seen to ooze out of this micropyle. The seed is covered by the tough seed coat of a light color. This tough seed coat is the testa. The tegmen, which is delicate and completely adherent to the inner side of the testa, is not distinguishable in the mature seed. On opening, the seed coat of kernel is obtained. The kernel in dicotyledonous exalbuminous seeds is the embryo. In it, the two fleshy cotyledons are very conspicuous. These are fleshy as all the nutrients required by the growing seedlings in the first few days are kept stored here. The two cotyledons are hinged to an axis known as tigellum so that they open like pointed and protrudes out of the cotyledons. This lies next to the micropyle and is the radicle or the rudimentary root. The protruding radicle lies under the pouch-like expansion of the seed coat and is thus visible even when the seed coat is not removed. The other end of the tigellum is the feathery plumule end, which is the first apical bud of the future plant and develops into the shoot. The plumule lies in a groove inside the cotyledons. The point of attachment of the cotyledons to the tigellum is the first node on the axis, and carefully observation shows the presence of the first lateral buds in the axils of the cotyledons. The portion of the tigellum just below the cotyledon node is called hypocotyl, and the portion just above the node is known as epicotyl. That's it for today's video. I will discuss about the further examples and the other types of seeds in next videos. If you like this video, please thumbs up. If you have any queries regarding this video, please put it in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your patience.